Why not in yellow?
Fuck no.
Really? Is that all? You gotta be fucking kidding me. Is that all? I can think of so many memes up now. Jeez. I can't believe that's it. No wonder you guys run it like 5 times a day.
I think
46
this is the
minutes.
quickest route.
That's even quick. Hey agents, thanks for tuning into this video. Okay, where do we begin? You've seen the gameplay I showed you. That was a legendary District Union arena that we did. We finished about 2 nights ago. We did it back to back. I've been more or less 45, 46 minutes, under 50 minutes. That's how we got it down to now. So the most important, I've tested a number of the chest skill talents that you get, but for me the best one has to be Tag Team for the Firefly build. Firefly and Tag Team. That's the best way I could see how to blind the enemies very fast and to have the duration as long as possible and to have the cooldown as low as humanly possible. So you can read there basically what TagTeam does. It's nothing new. It's been in the game since TU8. It's been in the game for quite a couple of months. But what it does, the last enemy you have damage with the skill is marked. Dealing weapon damage to the enemy consumes the mark to reduce active cooldowns by 6%, and the cooldown of this itself is 4%. So basically, then you'll see in the gameplay the icon that you see there from TagTeam. That appears in a red block on top of the NPC's head. So all you have to do is damage that enemy with your weapon, and then the cooldowns of the active cooldowns that you have are lowered by 6 seconds, basically. So that's what TagTeam does. So at the moment, my cooldown on my Blinder Firefly is 20.3 seconds and duration 23.9. So basically, I'll throw it out. It will mark the NPC. I shoot the NPC, then that cooldown will decrease by 6 seconds. It will come down by 6 seconds. So if I happen to use another thing here, which is a jammer pulse, for instance, if I'm using the jammer and I jam the NPCs as well, from the jammer, the NPCs will also be marked by TagTeam, and I hit them as well. And then that's also another 6 seconds. So in essence, you can get this down, this 20.3 seconds, you can get down by 12 seconds. So you can have an 8-second cooldown, essentially, if you use a second skill, which is the pulse, basically. But throughout the run, I switch between the pulse, between 2 runs, between the pulse, the drone, and the assault turret. I just switch between them depending on what we need per room. Per room, I switch between them. So I've already told you TagTeam. My combination I chose here was a 3-piece Channelite, 1-piece Wyvern, 2-piece Wyvern and 1 Hanayu. The Sweet Dreams to knock out the non-elite enemies, and the Everlasting Gaze that gives you perfect perpetuation. So headshots, if you can manage to get one, grants 50% status effect damage and duration to the next status effect you apply. So that basically means that this 23.9 seconds, if I get the headshot, the next time I do it, the duration gets doubled, basically. So let me just show you. The other thing about this, about the tag team, the Firefly, on all six of these pieces, you want to max out your status effects. You want to max out your skill haste. That's what you want in the mod slots as well. So they have status effect. There's my 11.9 skill haste and there's 11.2 skill haste in the mod slot. Second piece, China Light. The chair, the backpack talent here, you can just ignore that. I mean, I can't find a better backpack than this at the moment. RNG is pretty poor, so that's the best I can find. But I don't use the backpack talent. I'm using it for the 11.1% skill ace on there, which I found, which is almost maxed out, and I could roll status effects on there. And there's 11.2% skill ace I can put in there. The third piece of the China Light is the glove, which I have the status effect and skill ace. My one piece, the first piece of my two-piece wyvern, the brand bonuses you can see there, skill damage, status effects. I'm doing it for status effects, so there's 12% skill ace. So there I'm losing out. My status effects is only 6.3%, where it can be 10, and there's my skill ace mod in there. Second piece, there's my status effect fold out, and I put in the skill ace and I dropped in there. And one piece wyvern I'm using 14% skill ace. There's skill tier, there's skill ace in there, and they have 9.8, almost max out status effects. I already showed you the cooldown and stuff on the Firefly. Let me show you the jammer pulse. Most of the mission I'm running with the jammer pulse is to make the most use of tag team, the jammer pulse. Okay, over there we have some mod slots in there. There's my effect duration. If you're using gunner, you can have it 15%, but I'm not using gunner on this one. There's 8.7's duration, and there's my radius. I'm using a radius mod. You can use a charge or whatever, but I'm using the radius to shoot it out a little bit farther. Otherwise, 32 meters. With that mod on is 34 meters. So I reached 34 meters. So for most of the mission, I was running this. The second skill you can swap around to whatever, but I would say to make the most out of tag team, the second one also has to put a status effect on the NPCs, so you can make use of tag team. If you use a damage one, you're using the that perk of tag team on the second skill. So basically that covers this build. That's a CC build, CC Firefly build in a nutshell. Um, there's nothing to show you on the stat screen. I mean, what's to show you? I don't think there's anything I can show you here. Backpack talent, I don't really know what to recommend. I'm just using this because it works. And from what RNG gives me. Skill is here is 134.3%. And where you can actually have a little bit more skill is on I almost forgot about this. You can have skill damage on there. There's 10% skill damage you can get on the watch, and there's skill haste on there. I have 0.2% which I can put on there, so the max value there is 10. So there's where you can get a little bit more skill damage, and there you can a little bit more skill haste. Basically, guys, that's how you put the Firefly ball together. Just critically, you want status effects everywhere, want skill haste everywhere on your pieces, and select your brand. Your brand certificate give you the status effect and give you the skill ace. And guys, that's about it. Thanks for watching.